Hey, what's up guys, it is your boy, I'm up here to bring you another video today, and today guys, we're actually going to be doing my first impressions and my initial thoughts on Pokemon Masters. Pokemon Masters is the brand new released Pokemon Gacha game. Played it a little bit, I had a lot of fun with it. I played it for about 2 hours, and these are my first 2-hour thoughts. I'm going to be covering everything in this video. I'll be covering everything from gameplay, crystals, free to play to whales, summons, dupe system currently in the game, the release celebration campaign, like what I have problems with it or what I think is good with it, then the whale slash free to play, how well or how free to play friendly is it, and yeah, that's all we're going to be covering in this video today. So yeah, let's get right into it. So let's get right into the gameplay. Gameplay will also cover animations as well. So gameplay in this game is actually really fun. I really dig it. I love the 3v3 aspect of it. It's really cool. It's also really cool to see trainers and stuff help out as well. It does kind of suck though, because I didn't evolve any Pokemon within the 2 hours I played, so I'm not for sure if this changes whenever you evolve a Pokemon. But while I was playing, you actually cannot pick the moves that the Pokemon learns, which is kind of weird. So like for example, Pikachu won't get all of the moves he learns like from level 1 to 100 or whatever. So there is that, like they have set moves on them, and I'm pretty sure that's for balancing reasons and all that as well, just so you can't make a super OP Pokemon like you can in the actual Pokemon games and make them super PvP meta like. I'm pretty sure it's going to be very heavily character based for these Pokemon, and I definitely feel like, I know a lot of people are going to say, and I definitely feel like too, that later on down the line in this game that yeah, we will get different variations of the Pokemon. Like for example, we may get Lucario with somebody else, we may get Pikachu with like Ash or somebody, you know, or something like that, to where they have a completely different skill set. So I'm pretty sure that will happen in this game. So if you're a fan of a certain Pokemon, that may be something that you have to look into. But overall though, the gameplay is really nice. Like I said, trainers and all that are really cool. Animations very smooth, very solid. Gameplay very smooth. I was currently running it on kind of an older device. I was running it actually on my Galaxy S7, which isn't that very up to date, but it's not that far behind, and it was running pretty smooth. I didn't have any frame drops or anything. It wasn't even making my phone too hot either. My phone was pretty cool throughout the entire thing. Wasn't very battery hungry either, for me at least. Within those 2 hours I was able to keep around. I played for about 2 hours and then went down to about like I think 50%, which is actually not bad for a game like that. I thought it would be draining my battery a lot faster, but it actually wasn't. It was very battery efficient and everything. Moving on with that, we're going to talk about crystals next. Let's talk about the free-to-play crystals first, and then the whale slash, you know, paying crystals that you get in the game. So free-to-play crystals in this game are quite scarce. What I mean by that is that you only get them from beating quests, which is like any other gacha game, and you get them from beating quests, you get them from watching cutscenes, and you get them from talking to characters after you unlock the sync pair stories. It's very similar to what Dragalia Lost does after you evolve a character and you can look into their story and kind of learn more about them. You get crystals for that. That's also just 10 as well, and battles is 30 crystals. And apart from that, you only have login bonuses. That's it. That's all your crystals for free to play. And then of course events and stuff as well, but I didn't get to any events whenever I was playing, and I don't even know if there's an event currently in Pokemon Masters. So not that great free to play players, because here's the thing too, is that within this game, they want you to pull. They want you to summon as much as possible. We'll talk about this more whenever we get to the summoning portion. So it definitely sucks because there is no guaranteed system in this game, especially, you know, with summons. Like I said, cutscenes give you 10 crystals. You battle in any quest, it should give you around 30 crystals. Now we'll move on to the whale stuff, because that's pretty much all the free to play stuff. Like I said, login bonuses. Also mission rewards, I forgot about that. Mission rewards, which is like stuff you can do in the game, like beating this stage, leveling up your Pokemon, logging in for a certain amount of days and stuff like that. You have missions, login bonuses, quest, and that's it. That's the only way how you're gonna get your crystals, so don't expect it, and also don't expect to get a lot either. Like you're gonna have to save up, and you're gonna have to be really smart with your crystal usage in this game. Move on to the whale aspect of the game, so let's go over it. 100 crystals in this game is considered $1 US. I'll be using US dollars for this entire video since I do live in the United States myself. It's $1 US for 100 crystals. That means in total, for a 3K summon, it is actually the cheapest that you can get is I think $28.99. So every multi-summon is about $26.99, $26.99. But the cheapest you can buy in the game, at least in USD, is $28.99 if I'm not mistaken. which that is kind of, how do I want to put it? Usual, I want to say. That's kind of like the usual stuff that you get from a gacha game of this, or this kind of gacha game. It's usually around that $25 to $30 range for a multi-summon, so I'm not really too surprised on that. It would have been really cool if it was a little bit lower, but that it's kind of like the whole deal of it. The prices in this game are not the greatest, because even if you buy the most expensive pack, which I think is $99, or yeah, I think it's $99. No, it's $75, I think. Yeah, $75. And it is the 9,900 crystal pack. That only gives you 3 multi-summons in the game, which is kind of like, that's kind of not that many, especially in a game like this where you aren't having any guaranteed system in the summoning. So even if you buy that, you can still get complete garbage. So that is another thing too. And like I said, I'll talk about the rates and all that whenever we get into the summoning portion. But yeah, that is the free to play and well crystals currently in the game that you can get. Of course, this is including sales and stuff like that right now. I think they actually have a sale going on right now since it just launched, where it's like 15,000, or not 15,000. It's like, I think you get like 5,000 for like $50 or something like that, or like $30 or something. So if you are planning on spending on this game and playing this game for a very long time, then of course go right ahead and buy some. Okay, now we're gonna be talking about the summon system, which I was trying not to go too much into since the crystals and summon system go hand to hand. So summoning in this game is something, man, let me tell you. So the rates in this game I don't think are that bad personally. It's a 7% 5-star rate, which is actually really good compared to most of the games. Most of the games have 5%, so that's something. 7% 5-star rate. 4-star rate I think is around 20%, and then 3-star rate is around like 70 something. So pretty standard rate wise, but the 5-star rates are definitely a little bit higher than most other gacha games and stuff. And this game doesn't have anything like, I think Fire Emblem had this. I think Fire Emblem had a mechanic where if you didn't get a 5-star, it would increase your chance of getting a 5-star. They don't have that in this game. They do have a cool system in this game because there is no guaranteed system. So what you can do is every time you summon in the game, you actually get these things called scout points. And what scout points do, once you collect 400 scout points, it says that you can scout any trainer in the game that you want to. So that is a really cool summoning mechanic. It doesn't work like, don't expect to get this like very quickly though. I did about 4 single summons, because there's no point in doing a multi-summon in this game since it doesn't increase your chance at all of getting anything at all. Like, it doesn't do anything for you. Multi-summons are just there to do a quick, 10 quick single summons pretty much. So with the scouting point system, if you do about 3 summons, from what I noticed, if you do 3 summons, you get 15 points. That's at least what I saw. It could also be that I did 4 summons and I got 15 points, so I'm not for sure. It may be 3 per summon, so there is that. So that means, of course, if you did a multi-summon, you would get 30 points. So it takes 400 scout points though. 400 scout points to get, it allows you to select any scout or any sync pair that you want in the game. So keep that in mind. If that carries over between banners, that's going to be really, really good, because you could, like I said, if you're a free-to-play player, you can summon a lot, save up them scout points, try to go really hard for this unit, and then as soon as a new unit comes out, you just use your scout points, which I'm pretty sure that's not going to be how it works. Now I'm going to think about it, because if that's the case, then whales are just going to be able to get every unit in the game instantaneously. And that's pretty much all for the summon system. There's nothing else really to talk about, nothing crazy. Like I said, no guaranteed system unless you're doing the scout, or unless you're factoring in the scout points. There is nothing that increases your chances and stuff. So yeah, that is what it is, and that's what you're getting. Now, talking about the summon system, let's move on to something else which I think goes hand in hand with the summon system, is the dupe system. Now, the dupe system in this game is pretty cool, I want to say. Personally, it's not that bad, but it's nothing crazy. I do want to say that the dupe system in this game will allow you to level up your sync pair level. Think of your sync pair level, or your sync pair special move level. That is what it levels up. Whenever you get dupes, it will level up that sync level. Now, what this does is it makes it to where it's somewhat pay to play, because like I said, any gacha game is going to be pay to play. It's just going to favor the paying players a lot more than the free to play players. But with this being said, the sync pair thing is not that big of a deal, because from what I saw and from what I've read, it doesn't increase your stats at all. It just increases the level and possibly even reduces the cost, because whenever you increase the level of the sync pair special attack, it may reduce the cost of it too, depending on what level it is. I'm not for sure on that because like I said, I didn't do it in the actual game because I didn't never pull a dupe, so I wasn't for sure. So it may reduce the level, but I definitely know it will increase the effectiveness of the move, which is, you know, good and all that. Now, one thing that I do want to say is that each sync pair special attack is 5 levels. From what I saw, each one is 5 levels. So once you get to level 5, what happens then if you pull a dupe? Well, you get this thing called an enhanced card, which I'm not for sure exactly how this works. I read it and it kind of confused me a little bit, so I'm just going to read you what exactly I read. So whenever you use an enhanced card on a unit, it should give you an extra star or fill in a star on the unit to increase its stats. Now, I don't know if this is something similar to something like Knight's Chronicle, because in Knight's Chronicle, I think you can awaken, that's what it's called, awaken your units, and whenever you awaken your units in Knight's Chronicle, you are able to fill in the stars, and once you fill in the stars, I think it not only increases their stats, it also gives them a unique passive, which of course, you know, that's not what it does in this game, but filling in the stars or getting an additional star may increase its stats, and if that's the case, you know, that's that. But I also want to note too that it seemed like how the way they were making it sound, enhanced cards can also be gained throughout the game. I'm assuming from login bonuses, from events and stuff like that. So you will be able to get enhanced cards from more than just summoning. At least that's what it seemed like to me. And that's all for the dupe system. Now actually that is completely it for my first impressions on all of that. Of course, you know, I'll give my final verdict at the end of the video, but next thing I'm going to be moving into is actually not pertaining to the game if you are watching at a later date, but I do want to stress my concerns about this entire thing, because this is kind of a red flag to me, because this seems very, very, very favoring to the whale players and just that player base in general, or the people who are going to spend money on this game, which, you know, I may drop a few, you know, some stuff on the sales and stuff maybe and all that, depending on how much I like the game, the more and more I play it, but this definitely raises a red flag for me. So during this release celebration campaign going on currently, we currently have a login bonus, which as soon as you log into the game, you're going to get 1,000 crystals instantly right off the bat. That's enough for 2 summons, and then I think you also get a login, like your first login day bonus as well, which is like 200 crystals, so you're able to do 4 multi-summons. I said 4 multi-summons, good lord. 4 single summons with that, which is really good. It's just that there is a really big problem. Now, there is also something going on with the release campaign where it is a guaranteed 5-star for a multi-summon. Now, you may think of that, and you may look at that and be like, oh snap, that's amazing, a guaranteed 5-star. Here's the thing, is that this guaranteed 5-star multi-summon is actually locked behind a paywall, which, like I said, is a huge, huge red flag for me. Because if it's locked behind a paywall, I'm pretty sure most other celebration stuff like this will also be locked behind a paywall. And that really sucks, because this game, you know, just released and it should have a lot of hype around it. I think it got like over 1 million pre-registrations or something. And it really sucks to see that they are only catering to the whale players and not also the free players, so you can help out the free players get some good 5-stars. And, you know, that's that. It's not like these characters are on this first banner are going to be the most OP characters in the game, you know, 2 to 3 months from now. It's very likely that every single character, or most of the 5-star characters in the game, are going to get power creeped. So it really sucks that that's a thing in the game currently, and I definitely feel like that is kind of a red flag, because like I said, maybe they take community feedback from this, because I don't know how much they're going to be releasing or listening to the community, let me say, with this game, because of course this game just came out. I don't know how that is going to go, but if they listen to the community and people make a fuss about it and probably get upset about it, I hope they will change it, because I want this game to be great for all players. If you're a Pokemon player, if you're a gacha game player, or you're both like me, so you can enjoy the game, because that's the main thing. Is most of the Pokemon players that only play Pokemon and they've never played really a gacha game before, whenever they come into this, they're going to be very surprised to see that Pokemon are locked behind paywalls and stuff like that. So, and of course, you know, the summoning system, which you can earn throughout the game, but still. Now, with all that being said, we finally end the video with the biggest question. Is this a whale game OP, or is this free-to-play friendly? In my personal opinion, I think this game, it's too early to really say. But I do think this game has a really bright future. I think this game could become one of the best and top mobile games that we have out currently, in the competing alongside, the City of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia, Grand Summoners, Mob Psycho I think is about to release their mobile game, Dokkan and Fate Grand Order, all of these different gacha games. And I definitely think that Pokemon Masters could be one of the top mobile games. But currently in the game, I think that they're going to have to listen to the player base a lot. And I don't think they should take everything to heart. And also, I want to make sure too that if you're going to give feedback to the developers for this game, don't only give feedback, negative feedback, or just criticize everything they do. Please make sure you also tell them what they do right, which I try to do in this video with, the gameplay portion, because I think they nailed the gameplay right on. Everything else I kind of have a problem with, but I think it's a lot easier whenever you tell somebody how to do something, or change how they do something whenever you tell them what they are doing right, so they don't feel like they're only doing bad. You know what I mean? So yeah, but the well and free-to-play question that is in the game: what is this game, OP? Is it a well game? Is it a free-to-play game? Like I said, it's a little bit too early on to say. Personally, I'm leaning towards very well. Not very well, but I'm gonna say well to Dolphin. I think if you're a Dolphin in this game, I think you're gonna be pretty okay. And what I mean by Dolphin, if you guys don't know these gacha game terms, a well in any gacha game is somebody who spends a large sum of money to play the game. That is what a well is. A Dolphin is like pretty much not I wouldn't say a casual, somebody who really only spends on the game, maybe buys sales and that's it. You only buy discounted stuff, you never buy anything else. You only buy the discounts, and you don't buy crystals all the time. You don't need every unit in the game and stuff like that. And then of course free to play being that you don't buy anything, you just play the game because you like the atmosphere of the game. Does seem like a well type game, but I do think if you're free to play in this game, you could also have a lot of fun, because like I said, it's really early on in the game. We don't know how well the 3-star trainers and 4-star trainers are going to be in this game, but 3 and 4-star trainers are able to compete with 5-star trainers, especially in PvP. Then of course that will be very, very good, because that means that if it does something like similar to, I think, what game is it? I can't actually remember. Is it Knights Chronicle? Or I can't remember what game it is, but one game that I played that that has 3 and 4 stars and 5 stars, of course. The 3 stars and 5 stars, the only difference in them is stats, and that's about it. So if you actually do evolve a unit all the way up to 6-star though, or of course 5-star in this game, they will almost have equivalent stats, but the natural 5-star will always have better stats, but they will be very, very similar. So if it's something like that in this game, it's gonna be really good, because that's the main thing that I'm worried about, is that you go up against someone in PvP that has a fully stacked all 5-star team. You guys are on the same level. I'm talking about same level. Maybe all your Pokemon are level 100. All of his Pokemon are level 100. And just because he has 5-star units, he one-shots your Pokemon, even if it's not super effective against that Pokemon. So that is the main thing that I'm worried. So guys, that's actually going to be it for the video. Tell me what you think about Pokemon Masters down in the comment section below. Like I said, I really like this game. I think this game is good. I'm going to keep playing it. I'm going to follow the game, try to keep up to date with it, see the stuff that they changed, because of course this is a brand new gacha game. I'm pretty sure they're going to be listening to their fans. Hopefully, if they're on the same level as Dragalia Lost with fan feedback and all that, they will listen to a lot of stuff and implement a lot of stuff in the game. Hopefully it doesn't take as long as Dragalia Lost, because a lot of people quit that game currently, even though it is a pretty fun game. It's just a lot of people did quit. Hopefully, they're able to implement changes quickly that people want, and that betters the game lifespan and just the game in general. So yeah guys, that's actually going to be it for the video, man. Thank you all for coming out. It's been your boy Pete. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Grand Summoners content on the channel, and possible Pokemon Masters content coming out. So yeah guys, that's actually going to be it though. Thank you all for coming out, man. It's been your boy P, and I'm out guys. Peace.